All right, it is time for your Browns GM Andrew Berry to stop screwing around and sign quarterback Jameis Winston. Jameis brought the Browns their best moments of the 2024 NFL season. Of the 3 wins the Browns amassed, 2 of those were responsible to the play and leadership of none other than Jameis Winston, and against rivals, the Ravens. Who'da thunk it? The Browns were what? 2 touchdown down underdogs against the vaunted Ravens and Lamar Jackson, and Lamar even gave Jameis his props at the end of the game, and deservedly so. 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Okay? I don't care if there are almosts. None. Because the Ravens had not seen any video with the Browns playing that kind of spread attack passing offense. Didn't know how to adjust for it. Ken Dorsey called a good game. Found his rhythm with Jameis. There are a couple of plays that I wouldn't have called, but that's beside the point. They won. But guess what? Against the Chargers, what did Ken Dorsey do? Trot out the same game plan. No surprise, the Chargers, unlike the Ravens, were ready for it. And because the defense of the Browns, and this is the real issue, wasn't good enough to get the ball back when the Browns offense needed it, guess what happened? The Browns lost in blowout fashion because the defense was giving up big plays. All right? And then let's focus on the other contest that everybody wanted to win, but it didn't happen the second time around. First, let's deal with the first version of it. The Steelers in the snow. A magical time. It's as if the Lord, think about that, set the table for Jameis himself. And Jameis Winston overnight became a national treasure. Was it that maybe Mr. Haslam couldn't stand that it was Jameis Winston who was the leader, the national favorite, and had to do something about it? And Andrew Berry, did you not argue with him? Or did you avoid an argument to save your job because you didn't want to get axed? If you're doing decisions on that basis, do the world a favor and quit. Don't get the job and think, hey, I'm lucky to have the job. You are. Or, hey, not many black guys get the job. They don't. But guess what? Do the job as best you can. Put it all out there and make the calls and make the decision and have the arguments you feel are necessary to have to make the team better. But if you're doing it to save your you-know-what, you're not helping anybody. You're the one who brought in Deshaun Watson. Okay? It didn't work. He's not ready. Sign Jameis now. Jameis Winston is a national champion, a Heisman Trophy winner, a proven starter. In the right offense, Jameis Winston has proven he can do a lot of damage. Just ask Sean Payton, who designed an offense to Jameis Winston based on ball control passing and Bill Walsh concepts, and guess what? Jameis Winston was 14 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So for anybody that says 30 touchdowns, I say 3. 3 touchdowns in 7 games. All right? Nobody wants to talk about that when I mention it among the so-called Browns fans, like Tony Grossi. Instead, they want to talk about, Kirk Cousins, who's already overpaid enough. Don't you think he has enough money? Kirk is contemplating retirement. Let him do that. Why do you have to bring him into the Browns? Why do you have to say, oh, we're going to go and get Shedeur Sanders, when the Titans have their eyes on Shedeur Sanders because he's going to be the number 1 pick? I don't care what anyone says. He's going to be number 1 over Cam Ward. Cam will be number 3. Because if the pick falls to the Browns at number 2, you know what the Browns should do, right? Get Travis Hunter. Yeah, get Travis Hunter. Put him on defense. And let him get the ball back for Jameis. build the offense around Jameis. Indeed, build the team around Jameis. He deserves that. Because with the Buccaneers, they didn't have him in a ball control passing offense. The Buccaneers brass was in love with him as a deep passing thrower. That's ridiculous. All right? They were not in love with Jameis Winston as a field general. They didn't build him that way. If they were, you know what they would have done? They would have, instead of drafting, they would have drafted a running back to go with Jameis. Like, hey, how about the man that he played with at Florida State, okay? How about that? They didn't draft him. They had the chance to do that. The Buccaneers did the second year after they brought in Jameis. Instead, they went right by him. Okay? The simple fact of the matter is that when you get to the number 2 pick with the Browns, take Travis Hunter. I know you're thinking, gosh, maybe I should take Ashton Gentry, but no. Take Travis Hunter. Then gather together your lower round picks, come back into the first round as high as you possibly can, and get Ashton Gentry if you can. Do that. But do not let Travis Hunter out of the building. Get him. He is a proven talent. I mean, do you realize that this man has made some of the most remarkable plays in football history? One of them, for example, against, I believe it was, TCU. TCU was about to score. Travis Hunter intercepts a flat pass and returns it 99 yards for a touchdown in perfect who does that fashion. In fact, get this, Travis Hunter wasn't even the assigned player to cover the receiver in the flat. He literally came off his route, turned around, and then got the ball. Again, one of the most remarkable plays in football history. That's the guy you want on your defense, to get the ball back for Jameis Winston in the offense. And then have Tommy Rees design a nifty multiple offense with ball control, passing, and spread, okay? All right? Do that. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com. That ends this broadcast. Sign Jameis. $100 million. Do it.